Hi piano teachers, happy Wednesday. I have got a free game for you that, you know what, it's upside down. I have a free game for you that I just can't wait to tell you about. Sarah and I have created this. It is super fun, it is super quick, and it's called Super Monkey Music Race. Perfect for the boys in your studio and also for the girls. I made it because I'm a boy mom and I know sometimes the boys need a little extra incentive to get excited about lessons. This is just a fun way that you can work on your note identification and also the keyboard geography. Again, it's for free. I'm going to put the link in the post title so you can grab it, but I wanted to give you 3 quick ways that you can play this game. And again, quick. We're talking, this game is just 2 or 3 minutes. First of all, there's no game board for this. You just cut up the cards and that's what you're going to use to actually play the game. It is for 2 or more players. There is a version where you can have a student play by himself, and I'll tell you how to do that at the end of this video. But first of all, to start, you want to grab whatever game pieces you have. I tend to use Candy Kisses or my little animal erasers. I've got them in a bag here. I find the kids really like this better than the candy. Even the teenagers, they kind of think that this is funny. So anyway, you grab your game pieces. Now what you want to do is you want to put your game pieces at the bass end of the piano, the low end of the piano. Then at the high end of the piano, you're going to put your banana card. Remember, it's Super Monkey Music Race. Monkeys, they're going to race to the bananas. So you've got your game pieces at the base end, and then you have your bananas at the high end. And the goal is for students to draw cards, answer the questions correctly, and then ascend up the piano. Whoever gets to the bananas first wins. All right, so that's the objective. Now, a couple different ways that you can play it. First of all, for your young students, your preschool readers, I've made a set of cards for those kids. Now, one of these I didn't cut up, but I made just little superhero letter cards. So you'll cut these up. Then I also have keyboard cards. I think you can see one of them there. So this one is an E. So what you're going to do is your student is going to draw a card. Let's say they draw an E, and then they're going to move to the closest E. Then you just alternate back and forth. You might play it in a group lesson and have several kids, but players take turns. If you draw a card with the G, you move to the closest G. If you draw a card with a D, you move to the closest D. Ascend up the piano, whoever gets to the bananas first wins. Okay, so pretty easy for preschoolers. Of course, I had to make it a little bit tougher for our older kids, right? So they're not bored. So what I did for the older kids, I created, I'll show you one here. Here's one that I have not cut apart. And then here's one where I did cut apart. But basically on each staff card is a measure. Some of them are strictly treble clef, some are bass clef, and some are mixed. You might have students that struggle with the bass clef. So this would be a perfect game to play with those students. And what the kids need to do is they need to identify what this word is. So for here, I know it's backwards on there, I think. So for here, it's F-A-D-E. Okay, so the word is fade. So what your student will do is move to the closest F, and then A, and then D, and then E. Again, drawing cards and ascending up the keyboard to get the piano. In this version of the game, the students will not actually play these notes. They're just going to identify the word and then move to those closest notes on the piano. Now, if you want your student to identify these notes, I totally get that because there's a lot of value in that, but the objective has to change because the way that the cards are, they're never going to ascend all the way up the piano. So if you want them to actually play these notes, then what you need to do is have some sort of a timed game. You could set a timer for 2 minutes and see how many cards they can get through, or give them the entire stack of cards and time how long it takes them to get through that, and then see if they can beat their time. So that's what I suggest if you actually want them to play those. But it's a lot of fun. I bet you will even come up with your own version, and I would love to hear about how you're going to use this game in your studio. I'd love to hear feedback if your kids like it, and I hope you have a good time with it. Again, it's for free. I'll put the link in the top of the comments. And oh, there was one other thing I didn't tell you about. I also included some fun cards because fun cards are kind of fun. Several super words, and these are just longer words that will really help the kids to ascend to the top of the piano. I think one of them was cabbage, one was baggage, and then there was another badge that was a little bit longer. So the kids like getting this one because again, it really takes them to the top. I have go up an octave, there's go down an octave, take an extra turn. Be careful with some of these with your preschoolers though. I don't know. I have a couple of preschoolers that, you know, if they get the reverse card, they are not happy. Of course, then if I get the reverse card, they think that's hysterical. So maybe you can kind of arrange the decks so that you get the duds and they soar ahead. That always makes it a lot of fun. So anyway, I hope you have fun with this game. I hope that your kids get better at note reading, better at keyboard geography. I hope you have a fabulous Wednesday, and I will see you later. Bye.